Hi guys, Joanna here, and in today's video, I'm so excited to talk about the best perfumes that I bought under $30. If you watch my channel, you know that I love talking about affordable and luxury perfumes, right? And every time I discover any kind of good affordable perfumes, you'll be the first one to know. Today's list doesn't only contain Middle Eastern perfumes. I also have here Zara, body mist, celebrity perfumes that I think you will be interested in. So without further ado, let's get this video started. I'm gonna start off with a celebrity perfume, and this is called Stash by Sarah Jessica Parker. And guys, this has been recommended to me by a friend of mine here in YouTube, Miss Potoki. And boy, oh boy, I am so glad that I listened to her because this perfume smells definitely expensive. This cost under 30 euros, okay? If you love unisex, smoky, woody, aromatic scents, then you have to check out Stash by SJP. As mentioned, this is a unisex scent, so this is something that you can share with your partner because this is a kind of woody fragrance that fits both women and men. This fragrance is such a good buy, especially if you are into woody scents like me. You know, there's something about Stash that actually smells expensive. This fragrance starts off peppery and aromatic, and then as it dries down, it becomes woodier and smokier. This has a very interesting pistachio and ginger that I feel did the magic in this fragrance. The olibanum, ginger, and black pepper gave this fragrance enough spiciness to make this fragrance smell rich. To be honest, I am somehow getting some incense as well. So that incense nuance is giving this fragrance an elevated feel. Stash to me definitely smells expensive, almost like a niche in my opinion. And with the price, you cannot go wrong, especially if you are into woody scents. Once again, Stash by Sarah Jessica Parker, and this fragrance lasts for a very long time, let's say around 6 to 8 hours with moderate projection. Next up is Sol de Janeiro 59, and yes, it is a body mist. But then guys, I am very impressed with this fragrance because I feel like Sol de Janeiro 59 is the most serious and chic out of all the Sol de Janeiro body mist. In my opinion, this can even pass as a perfume because first of all, this fragrance lasts. It has a beautiful creamy sandalwood, vanilla orchid, and candied violet that, in my opinion, is not juvenile. This is something that you can use in the office. It can be a signature scent. If you love a creamy sandalwood, I highly recommend you checking out 59 by Sol de Janeiro. It still has that sugary feel because of the effect of the candied violet, but it is not juvenile at all. I must say that it still has that touch of fun, just like any other Sol de Janeiro fragrances, but I feel like number 59 is the most serious one because it has an impact. This fragrance depicts a fun yet serious kind of chick. Highly recommend it if you are looking for a good body mist that can also be a signature scent. When it comes to longevity and projection, I must say that I get a decent performance on this one. Let's say around 4 to 6 hours, and it has a moderate to soft projection. I think I paid around 24 or 25 euros for an 88 ml. Sol de Janeiro, number 59, unisex, however, leaning more feminine. Next up is another body mist, and this is Vanilla Skin by Phlur. And to be honest, these two have kind of like the same vibes, but I find Vanilla Skin a little bit more serious to number 59. And of course, this is a vanilla centric scent, so I think it is even more likable. This fragrance also has a sugary factor. However, it has that very comforting cashmere wood mixed with the vanilla and benzoin that somehow gave this fragrance sophistication. I'm showing you now a 240 ml. However, you can buy this in 88 ml and you'll pay around 20 something euros or dollars. And guys, this is such a good buy. In my opinion, this can pass as a perfume as well. It can pass as a signature scent, especially if you love vanilla. This has a sugary factor in it as well. However, once again, it is not juvenile because to me, the most standout notes are the vanilla and the cashmere wood. There is something smoky in this fragrance, especially when it dries down. And that smokiness is giving this fragrance a richer and more serious vibe. I'm telling you, if you are looking for a good body skin mist that can also be signature scent, I highly recommend you this too. So if you are more of a vanilla girly, go for Vanilla Skin. And if you are more of sandalwood girly, then go for Sol de Janeiro number 59. And guys, Vanilla Skin on me lasts long. Let's say it can reach even to 6 hours. I've used this several times to go to bed, and every time I wake up, I feel like I just sprayed it on. So yeah, having said that, this fragrance really lasts on me. It lasts on clothes, and if I don't know that it is a body mist, I will believe that this is a perfume actually because of how it performs and just how it smells. A very classy vanilla body mist that can also act as a perfume, in my opinion. Vanilla Skin by Phlur, and I feel like this is leaning more feminine. Next up is a Zara fragrance. And to be honest, this was a bit tough because almost all of them are less than 30 euros, right? However, my choice is the best when it comes to projection. And I chose Rose Gourmand. This is basically rose, amber, and vanilla. However, as it dries down, there is some coffee nuance that I am getting as well. This is so beautiful. If you love roses in your fragrances like me, you will definitely love Rose Gourmand. Well, this is duping Roses Vanille by Mancera. If you love that perfume, you're gonna love Rose Gourmand for sure. In my opinion, Rose Gourmand is so spot on, and this one has a beast performance. This lasts more than 8 hours on skin and it lasts eternal on clothes. I chose this to be featured in this video as a representative of Zara because in my opinion, this has the best performance out of all the Zara perfumes that I have, of course. And also because I love rose in fragrances. I find this fragrance full-bodied as well. Like, if I smell this on someone, I will never think that he or she paid 20 euros for this scent. In my opinion, this definitely smells more than what it is. Rose Gourmand by Zara, and this fragrance is feminine leaning. Alright, now I'll be talking about Middle Eastern perfumes, and I only have 3 in today's list because most of the Middle Eastern perfumes nowadays cost more than 30 euros or dollars, right? However, the ones that I'm going to talk about are still available in very good prices. Starting off with Liam by Lattafa. I think I got this for around 22 euros, and guys, this is one of my best Middle Eastern perfume blind buy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I bought this because it is a dupe of Gris Charnel by BDK. And I was never really a big fan of Gris Charnel. Like, even though I like it, it wasn't a love for me to pay that amount of money. So when I saw that this fragrance is duping Gris Charnel, of course I grabbed it. And guys, what can I say? This is pretty much spot on. Liam Gray definitely smells like a chai latte. And as this fragrance sits and macerates, the better it smells and performs. To be honest, the first time I smelled this, even though I like it a lot, like I saw the similarity with Gris Charnel, I didn't give it like a 10 out of 10 because I find it like a little bit watery, meaning I didn't find it as full-bodied as Gris Charnel. However, I noticed that now that I have it, let's say for I think a year, it is definitely more full-bodied. I don't feel the wateriness in it anymore. And even though it is light and airy to the feel, I can feel that there is quality in it. I love this fragrance. This is such an amazing buy. I even find this better than Gris Charnel. So yeah, definitely worth that 22 euros that I paid for. So yeah, highly recommend it. Liam Gray is a unisex fragrance. However, I find it a little bit leaning more feminine. Yeah, when it comes to longevity and projection, guys, this one improved a lot. Because I remember the first time I got it, it was okay. Let's say like moderate, 4 to 6 hours of longevity and projection. However, now I feel like this fragrance projects really good for the first 2 hours until it becomes moderate. And also the longevity stretches until 8 hours. So yeah, very impressed with this fragrance and highly recommend it if the sound of a chai latte sounds interesting to you. Next up is Rifaaqat by Paris Corner. And yes, I checked, this is still around 26 to 28 euros. So yes, it still fits today's list. If you still don't know, this is a dupe of Baby Cat by Yves Saint Laurent. And yes, they are extremely similar. However, I find Rifaaqat less incensey and less vanillic. So having said that, I actually like this one more. Rifaaqat is a peppery and incensey vanilla that is perfect to use during the colder seasons. I find Rifaaqat such a rich and bold scent that I am surprised that this cost 20 something euros. Really, honestly, this smells expensive to me. There's something about the incense and spices that are in here that gave this fragrance that richer vibe. The vanilla and the suede are perfectly blended in this fragrance. I never got any screechiness, as I noticed that I'm very sensitive with suede, pepper, and olibanum when it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances. This, to me, just smells straight up incensey and peppery vanilla that smells expensive. Even though not exactly a 99% dupe of Baby Cat, like I can tell there are similarities, I will still say that Rifaaqat is less incensey and less vanillic. So if you are not a fan of that strong incense in Baby Cat, then you will like this one even more. In my case, I find Baby Cat too incensey for my liking. So Rifaaqat actually ticks the box for me. Yeah, I am surprised that this perfume costs only 20 something euros. I highly recommend it if you love smoky and incensey vanilla in your fragrances. I feel like this will be a home run for you. When it comes to longevity and projection, this is almost like a beast mode. Yeah, Rifaaqat by Paris Corner, and I find this one a unisex fragrance. Last but not the least is one of my newest purchase from the Middle Eastern market, and I'm just so happy to add this in my collection. This is Athena by Maison Alhambra. And what can I say? This is the best 20 euros that I have spent so far this year. If you still don't know, this is a spot-on dupe of Burberry Goddess, and yeah, it is just so beautiful. If you love sophisticated kind of vanilla. Basically, if you love Burberry Goddess, you will definitely love Athena. This fragrance is getting a lot of hype right now. As far as I know, it is still under 30 euros. So if this sounds interesting to you, you better grab a bottle now before the price gets so hyped as well. The notes listed doesn't make sense because to me, this is just straight up vanilla, ginger, cacao, plus amber. And I just find this fragrance amazing. One of the best releases from the Middle Eastern market this year. If you are into sophisticated and very feminine, demure kind of scents, then highly recommend you checking this one out. When it comes to longevity and projection, let's say this one lasts around 4, maximum 7 hours. It definitely lasts longer on clothes because on skin, I don't find it really projecting. So the technique with this one is to spray a lot on your clothes. I'm very happy with this purchase and definitely one of my favorite Arabian perfume this year. Athena by Maison Alhambra, and this fragrance is definitely feminine leaning. Alright, so those are 7 affordable perfumes that I think are worth checking out. Now, let me know in the comments down below if you have any recommendations that will fit this category. I think the community would love to know. Thank you all so much for watching and see you on my next one. Bye guys!